now we'll see the last combination, that is common base amplifier. The figure A shows the common base amplifier using a dual polarity or split power supply. It is using two different power supply, minus VEE and plus VCC. Since the base is grounded, this circuit is called a grounded base amplifier. The Q point is set by emitter bias as shown by the DC equivalent circuit given in B. Therefore, the DC emitter current is calculated using this equation. So let us see first of all the figure A. Here the V input is given to the emitter. Emitter is connected to minus VEE using this RE. Output is taken from the collector side. Collector is biased with the VCC using the RC, and equivalent of this circuit shown here. We know that whenever we are showing DC equivalent circuit, your capacitor will act as open. So the base is connected to the ground, the base is connected to ground, emitter is connected to RE and minus VE, emitter is connected to RE and minus VE, and your collector is connected to RC and VCC, collector is connected to RC and VCC. So this is the equivalent circuit. Now applying the KVL here, I am using the second sign. So this is VBE, VBE, this is negative, so minus VBE plus minus IERE, here the current flowing is IE, so IERE, this is negative, so minus IERE, and minus VE connected here, so the second sign will be positive, minus VE and plus, so the second sign will be positive, so plus VE. So your final IE will be VE minus VE upon RE. So this way you can find out the DC emitter current. Now this is the another combination or another circuit to represent the common base amplifier using a single power supply. In the previous case we are using two different power supply, minus VE plus VCC. In this figure we are using only one power supply, that is VCC. Notice that the bypass capacitor across R2. Across R2 we are connecting a bypass capacitor, so the base is AC ground. With this capacitor we can say the base is connected to ground for the AC. So that is why this is called the common base amplifier. This places the base at a AC ground by drawing the DC equivalent circuit. This circuit you can represent as a DC equivalent. When we want to do the DC analysis, the capacitor is open, so your base is connected to R2 and ground. So base is connected to R2 and ground, is connected to R1 and VCC. So R1 and VCC. Your collector is connected to RC and VCC. So your collector is connected to RC and VCC, and your emitter is connected to RE and ground. So emitter is connected to RE and ground. So this is the equivalent circuit for common base amplifier. So this represents a voltage divider bias configuration. In either amplifier, the base is at AC ground, the input signal drives the emitter, emitter is given to the input is given to the emitter, and the output signal is taken from the collector. The figure 19.24a, so this figure shows the AC equivalent circuit, that is a pi model for the CB amplifier. During the positive half cycle of the input voltage in this circuit, the AC voltage or Vout is equal to ICRC. So your Vout is equal to ICRC. Now how we can calculate IRC. RC is the parallel combination of RC parallel RL. So current source IC and the equivalent resistance is RC parallel RL. So the voltage V out will be IC into RC. So this is in phase with the AC input voltage VE. So whatever input voltage is given, the output voltage will be in phase with the input voltage. So now let us find out the input voltage. Input voltage will be IE into RE dash. So the current flowing is IE and this is RE. So input voltage will be IE into RE dash. So the voltage gain will be V out upon V in, IC RC upon IE RE dash, IC and IE equivalent. So it will be RC upon RE dash, RC upon RE dash. So this is almost similar to the voltage gain as the same magnitude of CE amplifier, almost similar to the CE amplifier. The only difference is the phase of the output voltage. In CE amplifier, the output voltage is 180 degree out of phase with the input signal, but in CB amplifier, it will be in phase with the input signal. Ideally, the collector current source has an infinite internal impedance. Therefore, the output impedance of CB amplifier will be approximately RC. This current source will have ideally infinite input impedance, infinite source impedance. So that infinite source impedance we will consider as just open. So the output impedance will be only RC, approximately RC. So Z out is approximately RC. So one of the major difference between CB amplifier and other amplifier is its low input impedance. Looking into the ammeter, we have an input impedance of VE upon IE. So here the input impedance will be VE upon IE. So what is VE is IE RE dash upon IE, that is equal to RE dash, and we know that RE dash value is very low. So the input impedance of the circuit or the ZE will be RE parallel RE dash. So finally the input impedance will be RE parallel RE dash. Since RE is normally much larger than RE dash, the circuit input impedance will be approximately RE dash. As an example, if IE is equal to 1 milliampere, the input impedance of CB amplifier, that is RE dash, we know the RE dash value is 25 millivolt upon IE. So 25 millivolt upon 1 milliampere will become 25 ohm, which is very low. Unless the input impedance of AC source is very small, most of the signal will be lost across the source resistance. So we know this for a voltage source as given, and here the input impedance is only 25 ohm. So if the source resistance, which is a RG, which is not shown here, if that RG value is not very less compared to 25 ohm, then majority of the signal will be lost across the source. The input impedance of common base amplifier is normally so low that it overloads most of the source signals. Because of this, a discrete CB amplifier is not used too often at low frequencies. It is mainly used in high frequency applications above 10 MHz, where low source impedance are common. So this is CB amplifier is majorly used at high frequencies, not at low frequencies. Also at high frequencies, the base separates the input and output, resulting in fewer oscillations at these frequencies. An emitter follower circuit was used in application where a high impedance source needed to drive a low impedance load. Just the opposite, a common base circuit can be used to couple a low impedance source to a high impedance load. What is the output voltage in given figure? So we need to find out the voltage across RL. So first of all, you can find out the DC analysis of this. You can find out VB is 2.2 upon 10K plus 2.2, that is R1 and R2. R1 is 10, this is 2.2. So your VB will be 1.8, VE 1.1, IE is 500 microampere. RE dash you can find out by solving this. The Zin is RE parallel RE dash, so that is equal to 50 ohm. Input impedance is only 50 ohm. Now Z out is almost equal to RC, so that is 3.6 kilo ohm. So now your current gain is RC upon RE dash. RC is nothing but RC parallel RL. So your RL is 10K and RC is 3.6. So 3.6 parallel 10K upon 50 ohm. So that is equal to 53. So you are getting voltage gain of 53. Here there is a correction V in emitter because input is given to the emitter. So consider this as a V in emitter is equal to RE dash upon RG into VG. Here also there is a correction. It is RE dash upon RE dash plus RG because our input impedance is RE dash, so it becomes a voltage divider of RE dash and RG. So RE dash upon RE dash plus RG into VG, that is 50 upon 50 plus. Here coincidentally your RG and RE dash both are 50 ohm. Your RE dash is 50 ohm and RG is also given as 50 ohm. So V in emitter will be 1 millivolt peak to peak. So your V out is nothing but V in into the voltage gain. It becomes 53 millivolt peak to peak. Now let us look at the summary of all the three types of amplifier that we have learned. First is common emitter, which will have a voltage gain medium to high based on the value of the resistance we are considering. Current gain as beta, and this is AP, that is a power gain, which is high because this is medium high and this is current gain. So power gain is the multiplication of AV into EI, which is very high. Theta is 180 degree. What is the meaning? Output is 180 degree out of phase with the input voltage. Z in is medium, Z out is medium. And what is the application? General purpose amplifier with voltage and current gain. We can use CE amplifier. Second one is the common collector amplifier. We know its voltage gain is almost 1, but it is having a high current gain. So your power gain will be medium. Theta is 0, input and output are in phase. Input voltage and output voltage are in phase. For the CC amplifier, we know that it is having a high input impedance but low output impedance. We can use it in buffer or impedance matching. Impedance matching we have seen C and CC cascading connection, and it can be used as a high current driver because of the high current gain beta. The third one is common base amplifier, which will have a voltage gain medium to high, same as almost similar to CE amplifier, but current gain is equivalent to almost equal to 1. So your power gain will be medium. It is having again the theta 0, so input and output will be in phase. It will have low input impedance and high output impedance. Application high frequency amplifier or low to high impedance matching. The last combination is your Darlington pair connection. In the Darlington pair connection, we know your voltage gain is 1 because it is having only 2 CC amplifier, and we know that CC amplifier is having current gain 1. So 1 into 1 will be 1. But the current gain for this transistor beta 1, for this transistor beta 2. So final current gain will be beta 1 into beta 2, which is a very high value, multiplication of 2 current gain. So your power gain will be also high. The theta is 0, input and output voltage are in phase. Z in is very high, Z out is low, similar to the CE amplifier. It can be used as a buffer or and high current driver because it is having a high current gain. So with this we will conclude our chapter. If you have queries, then you can send your queries in WhatsApp or you can ask me. Thank you.